To roast and boost it.
Alright, this video is gonna be on how to stop laughing. This video is gonna be on how to wire up your DSP5 switch for your EFI Live. And so first things first, your switch is gonna come like this. It's gonna have your switch, your two wires, black and gray for the LMM.
That's an LBZ.
This is an LMM. So it comes with your knob, little drill template, your switch positions, and a little Allen. This is up to you guys how you want to wire it. You can go like through up there like this lazy guy did, or you can drill a hole or somehow get through the firewall here into your engine. I drilled a hole. I'll show you in a second here. I took my inner fender out and I drilled a hole. There's like a little dimple here. I broke my drill bit off, so I had to restart my hole, but I drilled one right there, right through, and there's nothing behind me. You don't gotta worry about hitting anything. This is like the perfect spot because your computer box is right here. Oops, computer box is right here. This is where you're gonna be putting the wires into. I put a little rubber grommet in there, so I don't gotta worry. Shut up. I don't gotta worry about water, and I'm gonna gasket maker or silicone it once I got the wires through. So next thing you want to do is get your wires where you want them, and then take this guy off. It's like a cam. All you do is just pull this thing down and it'll push out your connector, and then I'll show you how to wire it up. So to get this top plug off, you gotta take the bottom one off. Just flip the lever like that, and it'll slide right out, both of them. Mine are really dirty, so I'm gonna blow them out with air before I put them back in. But next thing you're gonna wanna do is there's two tabs, one on each side. Get your screwdriver in between them and just pry up like so. And this side, here, you video this.
Oh.
So you pry up like this, right in there on one side, and then on the other side, you do the same thing. Just like that. And then this cap will come off like this. And these are all your wires. So now we got to kind of sort the wires and see which one is which and where we got to put it. I'm going to slide this thing up a little bit. So we will be back to you in a second. All right, so I found the locations. It's going to be the same exact thing for an LBZ and LMM. This video still applies to any Duramax, but they're going to be in different locations for the LOIs, LB7s, and all them. So here on an LBZ or an LMM, it's going to be this third hole. There's a blank hole right next to a green wire and this orange-ish wire. It's going to be the second row down on that hole right there. So here, you can hold the camera, zoom in on that wire there, on that hole. That third hole right there. We're going to stick. It doesn't matter which wire you stick in there. Whatever wire, it doesn't matter which wire goes where. So next thing is there's gonna be, stop it. Bright light. It's gonna be the second row up next to a black and white wire. There's a black line going through, yellow wire. Right, zoom in on that hole, Jake. Right there, that hole right there. Looks like right next to, there's gonna be an open hole right next to, not this blue one, it's gonna be this hole exactly next to the yellow wire with the black line going through it on the second row up. So, next thing you wanna do is take your pin lock out. It's this purple thing. Pull it all the way out, set to the side. Don't pull any other wires up because they will come out. Stick your, whatever wire, I'm going with the gray one. Stick it in there. It's gonna be a little stubborn, but you just kind of wiggle her in. Oh.
Get her in there.
Put her in, all the way in. And once you got that in, then you do your other one, and then you put the pin lock back in. So when you have your pin lock out, the wires only go in like one way. If you gotta force them, that's not the right way. They just slide in nice and easy until they bottom out. Once they bottom out, put your pin lock back in, put your wires to the side like this, and then put your cap back on. And then you're good to go. Back on. And make sure when you put the cap back on that your lock cam is all the way out and this lever is all the way there. Otherwise the gears won't line up and then you'll have trouble getting the plug back in. But she's back in now. Now we just gotta get our line all organized and zip tie it to wherever we want. And yeah, let's wire that switch up now, or let's install it right here. I'm not sure where I'm gonna put it yet, so we'll figure that out. I already have a switch here. I just decided to drill mine right there. You can just snap this. It's a snapper. It's bolted at the bottom, but I just did just enough so I can get my switch in there and make her all work out. Mine came with instructions, so if you want to know like where to put the bolt, whatever, I don't really need that because here at Roost and Boost and we do things our own way. So as you can see, just take that nut off of there, stick your switch through and put the nut and washer back on there. And yeah, and also to see if you wired up the switch correctly, you have to have, I have my batteries disconnected right now, but turn on your ignition and press this little button here. Just press it. It has to be in switch 1, so all the way to the left, counterclockwise. Switch it till it stops. Then click this button, a little LED will light up, and that means you wired it properly. So, all right, so yeah. I'm ready to install it. On these DSP5 switches, there is a notch with the smooth washer on the bottom here, and it notched in. If the smooth washer falls out, you want to put it back exactly where you found it and do not turn the switch at all. Mine was at number 5 and that's where I'm putting it. If your switch comes with instructions, it should say that, but if it doesn't, just just screenshot this right there, and that'll be how to put it back to where you want it. So now I'm going to install the switch and then install this washer and then that nut, and then I can install my turn knob in. We got her in. I put mine right in the back like that. So basically you have to get that smooth washer. It has to be at that number 5. If it's a DSP5, it's got to be at that number 5 position. It basically just counts whatever notch you put that in is how many times you can turn your thing. So it has to be at 5 because it's gonna be tuned for 5. So that's what I got it at. Then you put your rough washer on, then your stick. Actually, put your sticker on first, wherever you want it. Then you put your rough washer, then you put your nut, and then you put your thing on. Line it up with the notch here, and then there's a little set screw here with the provided Allen wrench. You just tighten it up, and you're good to go. And that is how to install your DSP5 switch.